Saludos. Welcome back, people. It's the Critic Corp. I'm Toke. I'm here to give you guys that review on Ahsoka episode 5. The fucking best episode, I would say, that so far out of this whole series. We got fucking Vader back. We got Anakin back. We got it all. We got to see the Clone Wars. A little glimpse of the Clone Wars, bro. It was lit. It was lit. Fucking um, they start off with Anakin and her and standing in the world between worlds and fucking he pretty much tells her, it's time to finish your training. It's time to continue that shit so you can learn everything that he's learned, and um he pretty much, makes her revisit her past and to like a certain extent. I still don't get Anakin's lesson, but I feel like, you know, like I feel like he was trying to get her to turn, but at the same time to accept her past and, live on through the present type of deal. Um, but I fucking knew it was the Vader one, bro. Like I knew it was the Sith. It was the Sith. Revenge of the Sith Anakin. It couldn't have been. They when they did the little revisit to the past, they showed uh the Clone Wars Anakin, young Ahsoka in her little fit, kind of like based off of her fit, her first fit kind of reminded me of Tales of the Jedi. They even showed Rex, bro. Rex in his OG form, in his OG armor and shit. That was dope. I fucked with that. But yeah, I just heard it because he gave her like an ultimatum, like live or die. Anakin did to Ahsoka, and I feel like because she chose to live, but if she would have chose to die, I feel like she would have went to the dark side. She would have, because they showed a little glimpse of her eyes turning red. I don't know if it was from the lightsaber or not. Cause what, like the first clash they had was right before he took her to the past, and Anakin had the blue. He had a blue saber. Then after the revisit, and uh, she realizes like this is this is not what I pretty much thought, what I thought shit was gonna be like, and questioned Anakin's, lesson and his choice of things and the way he like gave her his perspective of things, and he turned up on her ass and brought out that red lightsaber, like, all right, bitch, so you want to die. Like, he said, I gave you a chance, like, pretty much, like, I gave you a choice, and now, you, this is what you're choosing, huh? This is the decision you made. So, give me your life, pretty much. But, Ahsoka, she persevered and didn't give up, and sought it through, and had that that willpower to show Anakin that she actually did learn, and fucking she chooses to live, and this whole time while she's fucking, she's in the world between worlds, getting this fucking last little bit of training done by Anakin. Uh, General Sandela, is still continuing her little rescue mission because she didn't, did all that shit behind the senator's back already. Now she might as well fulfill the fucking mission and see it through and uh, rescue someone, because Sabine, dumbass, is with Baelin and Lady Morgan and all that shit, so she ain't about to save her ass, so she at least gotta figure out where Ahsoka is. And she gets that help figuring out where Ahsoka is through Jason, because Jason, father was a Jedi, and so he has that in him. He has that genetically in him Jedi sense that he knew Ahsoka was down in that down in that water, battling for her life, pretty much against Anakin / Vader, man. Like he told her ass, like, listen, come here, mom, listen, just listen. And what she do? She listened, and she found Ahsoka, and at first she didn't want to believe. She thought she was just aimlessly searching for nothing, but she saw it through, and her and Huyang, which is a trip. His ass is a trip, bro. He be having me dead. Because he's so like straight up with it. Like he told Jason, was like, will you train me? No. Will you teach me how to make a lightsaber? No. Like he just be so straight up with his shit, bro. Even with Sabine, he told her ass, like, you're like pretty much the worst Jedi I ain't ever seen. But yeah, they found Ahsoka after she finally completes her lesson and training, and she becomes Ahsoka the White. I noticed that shit off the jump. She had that, she had that headband. By the end of the episode, she had that headband on, a new headband and whatnot, and she was wearing the all white, So I think she just automatically became that once she, arose from the fucking world between worlds and shit. Given that though, like I said, I don't understand I quite don't quite understand what was Anakin's full blown lesson. So that part I was a little iffy on. Other than that, though, this whole episode was fire as fuck. Like I said, this was probably by far the best one. Ahsoka ends up, figuring out that Sabine was with Baelin and Lady Morgan through, grabs and using the Force on the map, and like sensing all the shit that went down after she fell off that cliff, and then she uses the space wells, to locate her, and all in the midst of this, while she's doing that, talking to the space wells, General Sandela is on the verge of fucking losing her goddamn title as a general. She about to get her shit pulled. The senators want to suspend her of her title because she went out on her chose to go out on her own doing and fulfill a mission that they did not order at all. And, like, she disobeyed everything that they asked her not to do. Like, it was, you know, it was a given, that the sinners was gonna be on her ass. But once they seen all them whales and shit, and space whales coming from out the planet and shit, because they sent the fleet. The senators sent the fleet uh to come, pretty much retrieve General Syndulla and Ahsoka, so they can go in front of the senators and fucking go to trial and all that shit. But and Ahsoka's like her only like fucking proof of evidence, testimony type of deal. But you know, shit, if Ahsoka can actually prove that General Thrawn is being resurrected and all this shit that General Syndulla came to the senators about is true, then her ass is saved. So they she risked the biscuit. She risked the biscuit and let her get the fuck on with the fucking whales, and she was left to handle the senators and go back, and face the music pretty much. Another interesting thing, well, how the fuck them whales jump like that in the hyperspace? Like what the fuck they got? They got some little fucking uh shits coming out their ass that just blow them straight like the jump like that. That shit had me dead. I'm like, what the fuck? Come on now. Like, who the hell? That was weird. That was weird. I don't know. So, uh, yeah, I think we got one more episode left, guys. So, I believe so. Yeah, this is it. Six episodes. So, um, tune in, stay tuned in for the final one next week. No, I'm sorry. This is not the final one next week. I'm a dumbass. I think it's like three more episodes or so. But yeah, like and subscribe, support the fucking corp. Leave some comments. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode as well. Let me know if this was like the one you fucked with heavy. Like I said, I loved how they showed little flashes of Anakin going into Vader as he approaching Ahsoka with his red lightsaber. Like that shit, man. I can't imagine the people that seen this shit in theaters. I know they were fucking hollering in that bitch. This was a dope episode. This was a dope episode. I was smiling from ear to ear. I loved it. I fucking loved it. They did their thing, even with the little revisit to the past and the costumes. It was all on point. It was all on point. It was all on fucking point. I loved it. I will most definitely give this episode a goddamn A. 10 out of 10 out of all the episodes so far. So, I'm going to leave it at that, guys. Toodles.